Hi, I'm Bob La, and I'm back with group project number. With the group project, this is task 8.2. When I do a presentation about my project. Well, so let's begin. So again, I will explain why do I want to create this project. Stay inside. So is it come from a very simple fact. Children are curious, really curious. Like they sometimes open the door and go outside because I don't know, suddenly they see a butterfly outside and they just open the door, follow it. And this can be really dangerous because if they just like they can open the door and without the notice of the parent, like they can just go outside and who know what's gonna happen with them. For example, road accident, like if you're like my house, it's quite near the road, have a lot of cars, especially in Australia, people drive quite fast. So if children go outside, there will be a really high chance they may get a road accident. That would be horrible. Or wild animal. This is not a joke because like it's usually in Australia where you can actually see a kangaroo punching the door. So your child, especially when a child is real curious thing or a curious person, sorry, so it actually will be absolutely dangerous. Like they will not know like what shouldn't. And lastly will be stranger, yeah, like they can be kidnapped. Who knows? So yes, there are a lot of danger if you let your child open the door, go outside without a notice. So that is why I create this project. So for the user story, as a parent, I want to get notified when my children open the door to go outside without any notice of the adult, so I can prevent any harm can occur to my children. That would be a really true statement for I think for every single parent. So from that user story, I have created three features. I have come up with three features for the system. First, the system need to be able to detect a child is opening the door. Second, the system can detect a person existing. Thirdly, a system can alarm when a child existing. So I need a system that has these three features to meet the user's requirement. So to be more specific, I will go with the I would explain my system in the term of sensing art. So for the sensing, I will use four infrared barrier sensor. Well, yeah. So it can detect anything that in front of it, and it will give me back the digital data, active or inactive. So, yeah, it will be really simple sensor. Well, not as simple, but it's basically if anything in front of it, it can detect it. It will become active. That. So for thinking part, like I will have four infrared sensor, and it will be set up like in the picture in the slide. You can see it here, and then I come with logic. I will use if a person active, so 1, 2, and 3 of 1 and 2 or 3 and 4, that's an adult. Active 2 or 3, that's a child. Active 3 first, then existing 2 first and entering. And if a child that forms those four statements, that's those four logic, if a child existing, we alarm the adult. That's all. It's really simple. Well, it sounds quite simple logic. And from that, I create the output. So my first output would be an alarm, like something to alarm the dog or children or adult or anybody in that house that a child is existing in the house, so they can know and prevent that. But like that's the simple case. Like I also like extend it a little bit to like there will be a case that like in smart house with smart door, electric door, we actually can like just do not open the door at all. Like the door will be closed, so like the door will not be open at all. So the child can actually not even be able to go outside without the permission of the adult. So that would be really cool and great thing. So it'll be easy, much more easier. But however, when I actually do the prototype, due to lack of equipment, I actually have to make a small change to my original idea, which is for the output, I would use the built-in LED as an output. So it's just like a way to prove that it actually can work, like the prototype can work, not like because it's not, I have not exactly applied into reality at all. So I use the built-in LED as an output. So let's see the result. So next, I talk about the tasks I need to be done. This could be the sprint that I use. So basically, it's have four main things: identify the problem, create the system, collect the data, and reflect the system, and repeat again. Just like that, to actually keep improving and making the system much better. So for to be more specific, for identify the problem, I will have three steps: brainstorming, research, and finalize. Brainstorming, when you actually have to do some thinking, like creative thinking, to know what should I do, like what problem should I tackle, and of course I have choose to tackle this problem. Children open the door, we have to notice of adult. And the research, like just do some research to know, is this a big problem, should I actually do more, and is anything I should do about it. And then finalize that, yeah, so this is a problem I will do. And so next will be create the system. Then in the create system there will be a smaller loop. So basically start with preparing the tool, erect the system, write the code, test the system, and then repeat again to like keep improving the system to make sure it meets the requirement. For collect the data, there will be three steps: set up the system, collect the data, and visualize. Really simple. Set the system as some places you can collect the data, and then visualize so you actually can understand it. So when you visualize, it actually help you a lot to reflect the system. So that would be the task need to be done. And divide up the job. So I'm Bob, I will do everything. Because it's like I will carry on this project on my own. I think I already state that in the task 8.1, because there are a lot of problem with my teammate. So they actually don't redo, well, he actually don't redo the job, didn't do his job at all. So I have talked with Mahi, and I will carry on the job on my own and yeah, finish it. Next, so the plan, this is the plan I use almost like a Gantt. The plans that I actually work the plan I applied to actually to finish this job, finish this task. This task, the group project. So is this list of thing I have to do, like thinking problem, research, finalize, prepare the tool, write the code, test the system, collect the data, visualize data, and ethical problem solution. That's like almost like a reflect one, but yeah, it's just a task, so I have to put it in. So and also in that I will also write the time that I need to like finish, like the duration of the time I will spend on it. And I think I'm probably only 3 days, but actually we first task, and just continuing like that. I use blue color and brown color to like distinguish between two tasks, so you actually get easier to actually follow it, to actually see it. For the 13th September, I white pen it color red because it's a deadline. Like, for me, it will be the last day I need to be done everything. So yeah, so I actually have, like you can see that I actually have 4 extra days to 26 to 29. That these 4 days will be the days that I like prepare, like just for anything that any bad thing might happen, so I need to fix it. So that will be very extra time, and I think this plan is quite reasonable. Yeah, and also create. I will also create like a channel. There will be like what tasks I need to be done, and like what I have done. So I keep track of myself, like what have I done, and what do I need to do next. So here you see the level of task for me. For the identified problem, create the system is all done. Wonderful. Only need to collect the data and reflect the system. So you see like green is done. Yellow is working on it. So on collect data, I'm working on safety system, on reflective system, I'm working on ethical concerns. And red would be tasks need to be done first, like urgency. So yeah, I think because of that deadline, all kind of stuff, I need to finish ethical concern solution as fast as I can. That will be the task I focus on next. Cool. Next, we'll be checking the projects progress. So I have a plan, so good, but and in here also the plan, you will see the plan like here's what I'm gonna do. Here like I think like I will have like 33 user point, yeah, to actually spend on this project, and as divide to each day, and that's a plan, but the actual will be not that good. You can see that at first I quite follows what should I do, but like from for example from 16 September to 18 September I can't do anything because that's the day I need to prepare the tool, but like I can't really prepare the tool. That's actually not a problem with my teammate, okay, stuff like that, and it's like a down days, but in the end I can keep track of it and finish everything. That's quite good, yeah. So that you can see it in the burnout chart to see my progress right now. Cool. Nice. The code. So this is the image of the code that I have write to apply for my project. So in the code you can follow the code. You can see like what will I do. I have like define the fault sensor and then create a logic for like create two function to like for the logic. One will be like detect children, one will be detect existing. Yeah, and then I put logic in it and in the main, and yeah, done. In the loop, sorry, in the loops, and yeah, done. And I retest the project, I test the code, it's good. Here's in here also a link to the code on GitHub. Cool. Next, the prototype. Here's the image of my prototype that I also have demonstrated in the class. So it's basically a doll made of cardboard. It does not look that, it didn't look that good, but it's really simple, and but it show like how will my project be in reality. So you can see that the four sensor, how they set up, two will be as a door and two will be inside. Yeah, and I have demonstrated the project as the class, and it worked perfectly. Finally, the challenges that I have faced. So I have two main challenges. One would be personal challenges, like I have quite busy schedule, also have two other units, and I also have a lot of work too. And for distance, I live in Braybrook in the west, whereas my school in Burwood will be in the east. Like it's 2 hours of commuting every day, so it's really far distance, horrible thing to do. Unfinished tasks, like in other unit and in this unit, I have a lot of unfinished tasks, so I have to like finish them as fast as I can to actually catch up with it. Cool. But that's just like personal thing, and I think I can fix it up quite easy. I hope. I have fixed it. So yeah. So task related, I will have sensor will not deliver on time. That's why I have those down days. I have to run around to actually try to find sensor, and luckily I have found them. First time using sensor, so I have a lot, almost spend an hour to actually try to navigate how to use that sensor. Yeah, and how to set up a prototype at home to collect the data, because it's quite difficult. But I think I can make up something. I can create something to actually do it. So it's not. So yeah, all these problems I can fix. Cool. Next, these are links to the image I use, and that's all. Thank you for listening. That is my project.